All right, hello everyone, and welcome to our lower body strength and conditioning warm-up that we are going to be following for the next 5 weeks. All right, let's get you started with you grabbing your mat if you don't have it out already, and getting yourself set up in the middle of your mat, standing hip width apart in our feet. Soft knees. We're going to bring our arms beside us 90 degrees at the elbows, hinging the hips back, pushing them back behind us. As we do that, we're going to reach our arms up and over our head, pull those hips forward, arms come back in. That's one, and we are doing 10 of these with the intention of opening up the back of the legs, the lower back, reaching that nice overhead position, straightening out those arms. We should not see our hands at the bottom here as we go through our 10, in which we have 5 more up. So we'll try to lengthen our spine, keep our chin tucked into our chest, and again, keep those knees soft the entire time. And that nice opening stretch through the back side and the back of the legs. Last 2. And last 1. Finishing up this one, we are going to widen up our feet into our squat stance, adding that slight angle and out into our toes. Arms go up. They're going to stay up for our overhead squats, in which we are doing 10 of these as well. So we want to keep those arms straight, lifted up above our head so that once again we don't see our hands, sitting all the way down to 90 degrees, pushing our knees out over our pinky toes, trying to get our butts down there, getting that stretch through our hips, in our thighs, waking up some stuff in our mid-back and our core, again by keeping this overhead. We have 4 more to go through. So we'll breathe through these ones, inhaling down, exhaling up. Last 2. And last 1. Finishing up these ones. The next one is going to be a lunge with a twist. Literally coming to the front of our mat, arms down by our sides. We're going to step back into a lunge, turning in once towards that knee, resetting before we come back up to the top. Arms go up and down between each of these reps. We're doing 10, 5 on each side. So we're trying to move through the torso, not the hips. We want to keep our hips straight, squared off, having that rotating motion happening through our core. Arms straight, chest up. Starting to feel warmer up there by now, hopefully. And we have 4 more. So we're alternating our legs, trying to get down to 90 degrees. Last 2. And breathing, of course, last 1. And we'll finish up that one. Give ourselves a couple nice rotations through the shoulder. As I check the menu here. Next one we're going to do is back in that hip width stance. Come to the center of our mat. Soft knees. We're going to hinge our hips back. So we're in our bent over position. Arms are straight. They're going to sit right below our shoulders. Palms face each other. Taking a big breath. We're going to exhale. Open up one hand. Following that hand with our eyes. Trying to look at the ceiling right above ourselves without allowing our legs to move. Back to the center, and do that on the other side. 10 of them total, 5 per side. Trying to get our T-spine or mid-spine moving through this one, which again, is very crucial that we don't allow those hips to move as we go through these. So you want to keep the legs, the hips still, and you can kind of do a little shoulder check, make sure that's happening. We might feel a little bit tight on the first few, but hopefully as we go through our 10, which we have 4 more left, we feel a little bit looser. You might also feel some work happening in your mid-back between the shoulder blades as we go through these ones. 2 more. Exhaling. Last 1. Finishing up this one, we are headed down onto the floor for the next one, where we're going to get some core activation going. Onto our hands and our knees, all 4 position, shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. We're going to pop off the knees and try to lift up opposite arm, opposite leg. Doing 10 of these total, trying to keep our hips as strong, as stable as possible. With this one, we want to imagine there's something on our back so that we don't want to tilt and shift to allow that something to fall off. And of course, breathing. If you find this too challenging, you can try just doing the legs instead of both the arms and the legs. We'll finish up those last 2. Last 1, and then warming up. We are standing back up to the top for our very last movement, which is a little combination move of both a glute and a core activation exercise. We want our hip loaded step through. So we're going to load up one leg, soft knee, hinge those hips back, allowing that foot to fall back, aligning those opposite arm and leg together. And then we're driving forward all the way up to the top, bringing those hands, both of them, onto the top of that leg where we're going to squeeze together, getting that core activation. And then again, hinging down, allowing this arm to stay forward, this one to go backward. Exhale, drive that knee up, getting that glute activation. And again, core work because we're driving those in together. So we're going to do 10 of these on each side. Really going to get us nice and active and ready to go for our session we are going to be completing today, which is a lot of hip and glute involvement. So by waking these guys up, we have a better chance, and again, using our glutes and our core, which are overall going to help keep us safer and stronger in these movements. So we'll go through these last 4. Exhaling. 2 more, and if you're doing this right, which I definitely am, because I feel like your glute should be on fire on that standing leg. Last one. So we'll finish off by switching sides. Ooh, maybe shaking it out a little bit. We're going to switch and do the same thing on the other side. So soft knee, hinge those hips back, and then exhale, drive that knee up to the top, opposite arm, opposite leg. Moving back behind us, 10 total. So we want to make sure that not only are we pushing down against that knee, but we're also driving up against those hands. Working through these ones, 5 more. A bit of balance involved. Good morning, good day balance. There it is. And we want to end up in that nice, strong, straight up position with our shoulders, our hips, our ankles, knee all stacked on top of each other. 2 more. Last one. Glutes on fire. All right. Woo. So we'll shake that out, grab some water, and we're going to get you started on session. So you go ahead and scroll down, find what you're going to do today, and let's get it in. I will meet you in there.